Hi, hello. Today we are going to work these hair holders from the beginning. So in the last video I have shown in big just how to do these effects in the center, and now I'm going to work it out all from the beginning, from the real mat, the original mat, and I will pass here more fast because it is already explained in the other video with more greater detail. In here I'm going to show you. You see this does not show the effect. So this effect that it is here on the middle, it's the same that it is here, and the work is the same. You have here exactly the same work, but this rope does not show. So you see it? It's very interesting. This to show you that not all ropes are appropriate for this work. In here, all we can see here is a mess. Does not show any beauty. One look and say, oh, there's something strange here. This is nothing special. It's not beautiful. But this one, yes, it reveals the design. So we must be very careful. Perhaps is these three colors that are here, or perhaps is I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is, but I worked this and I saw it. I said, wow, this is horrible. But horrible is important for you to understand what is a horrible thing. This is horrible and this is beautiful. Another thing here that it is wrong. You see I'm going to take this out. So this is, I do not cut it, you know that I need to keep I'm going to take out the hair. Alright. So I don't cut the rope, so I have to recycle this rope for making other things. In here we have a perfect ending knot. So what is a perfect ending knot? The knot that for making this knot, the rope must come from here, but it has to be this one. So if you take a good look, this one is this one in here. So it's the more close to the crossing and has a little loop, and this is what the end that we do the knot, and here it comes from the middle, so it stays very good. Actually this knot, when cut, it helps to stay in the hair, and that the hair does not okay. So actually this knot, when this is on the hair, the knot gets inside the hair, you know, gets inside and holds this work much better and beautifully. Now take a good look at the difference. So this is the correct way of making the ending, the knot. Now take a good look of the wrong way. This is the wrong way. Why? Take a good look. This knot, the knot that comes here, comes from the outside. So it's the far away from this crossing. It's this loop. This loop is never good for this, because you see, we pull it and it will come in here. So it will undo all the beauty and the structure of this loop. So this is wrong. This is a good example of a wrong knot. So do not use this loop or the middle loop for making, well, the middle is not possible. It's only possible this one or this one. So it's very important to understand it clearly. Okay, so this one is this, and this one is this, and this, it's bad because it's the most large, and this is good because it is the little one, the little curve here. So this said, let's start to work. So first thing, to take a rope by the middle. Take this side and make a simple knot. You have a knot, turn the knot down. Now bring these loops of the knot like this. So open it. You are open it like this to stay like this. Okay? It's extremely important. So the knot is open. Now take a good look. With this one, this side, we are going to bring it, turn it to the inside. And here it's the same thing but the opposite. So we bring this one up, and here this one we are going to bring it down. Okay, so this is up and this is down. Now you just put it here on top of this one, and now we are going to close the weave. So this is one matte weave. Just pull it, and now with this side the same thing. We are going to make the perfect and complete closing of the weave. So this is under, this comes over, then under, then over, then under, and finally over. So this is explained in many books. It's a traditional sailor's rope mat. Okay, so now all you have to do is to pull it. So these ones here, they pull from the center. It is important to keep all perfect. What is all perfect? This loop and this loop, they must be at the same straight line. Take a good look at here. This is lower and this is up, so this is not perfect. Okay, so we have to pull it here. Now pull it. So this one is in the same, and we have to pull it all until it is out. When you have it more or less, it is perfect. Okay, the more time you get here to make it perfect, the better. I don't have time, so this is not exactly 100%, but I have to move on, or else I don't have time. Now in here you see this cross, hold it. If you not hold the cross with the hands, and all crossings with the hands, now we are going to double. Is very easy. Is this one has to go by the side of all these until it goes out. So hold it here so we do not destroy and collapse our weave, and make it one by one. You see this has come out, so we have to be always careful. Okay, make it one by one. Don't do this in the straight line. Okay, now that we are here, you hold it here. So make it always one by one. And we are going to work like this. Hold it, always hold it with this and this, so we do not have any tensions in the weave. Okay, as we progress, we are going to progress also the grip of the fingers. Never get confused. In the beginning sometimes we get confused, we follow other path. It's quite easy to follow another path, so we must be careful always to follow the one that it is from the beginning to the end. So we are doubling by 2. Okay, this is very common mat. This is a sailor's work mat. It was used for big mats, usually for the floor, with longer and wider rope, but it is also used for decorative purposes. And although it is not exactly macrame, but I use macrame in a very general way. So it is rope work. It's not macrame, but can be macrame if we want, because macrame is working with ropes. Of course, that making a rope is also working with ropes, but or a knotting is also working with ropes. Okay, so it's not exactly the same thing, but today the funny thing is, and here is important part. So they take care, don't do this. You see, could destroy the weave. So I was saying that the important part is that today people that do macrame are very much interested in do all the other sailors rope knotting, because macrame is also one part of sailors rope knotting, is one chapter. Okay, so rose knotting is one chapter, mat weaving is another chapter, Turk head weaving is another chapter, knots are another chapter, monkey's fists is another chapter, macrame is another chapter. So it's not very serious, okay, to have this in macrame or as macrame. And the funny part is that today is the people that is making macrame that are interested in this knotting, and it is mat knotting and all sailors knotting. So it's the macrame people that are saving the art of knotting right now. So when I call it macrame, it's for making, targeting the persons that are interested in do rope work. Okay, so this is important to make a small introduction here. So we are going to the end. I have 10 minutes more, 5. I hope it is enough. And we are going to the end. What is the end? The end is when we start to working the third. Here is the third doubling. Okay, if we make a continuation here, we make it by 3, but we would not want to work with this anymore, because we want it here for making the knot. As you see, it's the little one. So we are going to use now this other one and are going to work it from this side. It is exactly the same thing. In the other video I used one from here, but the crossings in the middle, this is the middle, these 4 crossings are the middle, the ones that we are work in a different way. It's exactly the same thing. The way we do it from here to here, or from here to here, or any other, it's the same. Okay, so do not be confused. Now we have worked the other one over 1 under 1 and under 1 over 1. Now we are going to do the opposite. We are going to do under 1 over 1, because we want, wait a second, yes, we want the central crossing in a certain position. I hope I'm not confusing myself, but okay, we work it like this. So if you think this is going too fast, please go to the other video, because in the other video it was much more slowly demonstrated. We don't have much time here. So in here is just the normal doubling. So we double all parallel side by side till we find the middle. Only in the middle we do those effects. Of course, you are already imagined that we could do these effects in all, and it is true, but it is extremely confusing. But it is also extremely beautiful. I'm going to show you in the next videos examples of these effects made on all. So right now we have to begin by the beginning, okay? So we are not in the center yet. Okay, now we are approaching the center. It was in this center, in this part, that I have begun the explanation in the other video. It's the same thing, okay? So here we have D parallel 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to use the technique under 1 over 1. This one in the middle, just ignore it. Now we are working with only one color, so it's more difficult. In the other we were working with two colors precisely for showing completely these details. So it's this under 1 and over 1. This one in the middle, ignore it. Now we make the continuation. We have 10 minutes. Okay, I think that we are alright. We have time to do it all. Don't let this happen. You see, this one is not perfect in here. So what can we do? We can pull it. Take a good look. We pull it here, so we take out the slack here and leave it. Make a distribution of this slack, okay? So that's how we make it perfect. Now we are going to cross the center again, so it's the same thing. What is under this one and over the other one that it is down. So take a good look. Under this one and over that one. This one, just ignore it. For now, ignore it. And now we are going to pass over this one and under this one, okay? Yes, like this is much difficult with only one color. We need to have a certain, so don't confuse. Here we are not following this one. Here, I'm doing it wrong. I'm following this one, so it's not under. You see, even I get confused. So we pass that and it's here. Why? Because we are following this one. So that's what I explained in the other one. We must have always 1, 2, 3 parallel in the end and 1, 2, 3 parallel in the beginning. Now here this one is too much down. It does not look parallel, but it is parallel, okay? So 1, 2, 3, or here 1, 2, 3 is the same thing. So you see, I was confusing myself. I've said it many times, to confuse oneself, it's not serious. We will do it all our lives. But we have to understand it quickly. Okay, it's important to understand it immediately. Not in the end of the work, because then it's that's a trouble. That's a real trouble. But when we are working, we should understand, oops, this is not, and immediately fix it. So we are also in the same path of doubling by 3, and all because this is not in the middle, it's just the parallel lines. The 3 parallel lines. 1, 2, 3. Alright. And now the last that comes to the center. So this one again, under 1 and over 1. Here in the middle, it's the last one. We have to cross it over, under. So this is just for the middle. Just for the middle. So you see the middle? The middle is this crossing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just this little crossing. So in the last hook we have to make it a perfect over, under, all. And now all we have to do is to bring it over, under, and under, under, and still have to pass it up. It's important. Okay, so here we have it, and here we have our beautiful mat. It's not, you see, this one is a little slack. You can see it by this. There is, so to do this, we bring it here a little, see the slack here a little, and then we can pull it to here, to here. This one is not concealing, is getting bigger and bigger, and we have it like this. It's a pain because we have to cross it all. It's a real pain. So we have to cross it all to bring it all, until it goes out. But sometimes there are, as I done on the other part that we have shown, sometimes it can stay concealed by itself. This one is not good either. Okay, we can conceal it. This one we can conceal it here, because this is the inside. In the inside we can conceal it. Oh my gosh, now I forget to what side I am walking. And I don't have time for this. Oh gosh. Well, because we still have to do the knot. Oh gosh. Alright. You see how much slack we are gaining? We are gaining slack and slack and slack in each time we are working. I don't know if I have time to work this all. Where does it come? Ah! Huh? No, it's not the end. I was under the impression that it was the end, but no, it's not the end. It's not the end yet. I'm passing all the video time. This was a bad movement to try to fix this, you know. That's why sometimes in the videos I say that I don't have time to make things perfect, and it is true, you know. These things have to be made by you after everything is well understand. Finally I'm out. So now I have only 4 minutes. This one is slack also, but now I cannot work it. So let's work dick knot. So we have dick knot in here, in this loop is perfect, and this one here. What we do is we make like this. It's extremely important to have this finger and to make it like this, to hold it here. So now we are going to work dick knot. I have an entire video on this knot. It's a Matthew Walker 2 strands. So I'm going fast here, but I have an entire video of 25 minutes only with this knot. Okay, so if you don't follow this, now here, whoops, don't let these things happen. Now put the finger here so it's a point that you can hold the entire mat without collapsing the mat. Now pull this up, and here it is, dick knot. Hope it is clearly seen. Now hold dick knot and pull it to the other side and pull it, and that's it. Alright, and here it is, our little mat done. So here, this one, yes, it's perfect. This knot will accommodate here, and then it's just to cut it here, and that's it, and it is perfect. Inside the hair it will stay invisible, and this will help to hold the mat on the hair. So here we have. If we want to make this one 2 minutes. Okay, if we want to make this one up, I had to make it as it was. So it was a little mistake of my calculations, because it is beautiful in any place. This is beautiful, and in here it's beautiful also, but I like it more in here. So in order to have this crossing up, not in the knot side, in here when I made it, I made under over it, and it should be exactly as I've made in the other video, over under, and then the effect will be that this square will be up in the knot on the other side. That's actually what I intended to do, but I miss myself, you know. It's not serious. You have to make it good, and the explanation is the same. So if you go to the other video, we'll have this same mat, this same variation as explained by 2 colors. All right, and it is much better for learning. Now in here it is already, you just insert it here, then you take the hair, and that's it, and you have a beautiful mat for the hair. So a hair holder. These hair holders, I can tell you, they sell like hot cakes. That's right. These sells like hot cakes. And these effects, yes, I developed it myself, but I free these as public domain. Okay, so you like it, you use it, and don't forget to try and make your own designs. It's very funny. There are hundreds of these designs. It's of no concern. I have started to work it, to develop it, to have variety, you know, and this gives an amazing variety. So thank you very much, and use it if you like. Thank you, and see you in the next video.